super excited to share this video with you today. We're doing a DIY deodorant recipe. Much needed. I have been in the search for like 3 years. I have been walking around for 3 years with stinky pits. That's what I feel like. I have Anna here with me, and she is a Luther College basketball player. So, and thank you for testing this out for me.
Yeah, no problem.
I had a bunch of people, I kind of took a month and shared this deodorant recipe with people and had them testing it out for a month because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one, and my husband, I guess. We both were like blown away with it, but I wanted to make sure we both weren't the only ones it was working for before I threw it out there saying it was truly amazing. So Anna tested it out, and I thought, what better person as a basketball player? I remember I played softball in college, and college sports, we get nice and sweaty and need something that works, right? Yeah. So tell them what you thought of it.
I loved it actually. I just applied it every morning and it stayed on all day. It was fresh, and through basketball, I smelled good, so that was nice. So it worked, I guess.
Yeah. And pretty easy and convenient as far as this recipe. You literally use I don't know, what'd you say? You used a little over a pea size?
Yeah, a little pea size, and just put it on,
and it kind of absorbs right in, right? Yeah.
It does.
That's what I like about it. Is it. Number one question from everyone is always like, well, is it going to stain my clothing, or is it going to leave my arms wet or whatever?
None of that.
But it just kind of, it's like a lotion that disappears, right? Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
And no irritation under. This recipe is for sensitive skin actually, so I felt pretty confident on sharing it with people too and not having any negative results. But so we're going to kind of go over here, and I'm going to have Anna make it with us. And like I always say on my channel, I like to share all these DIYs and have people on the channel making them with me, just because, you take Anna, for example. She's at the college age where college age is where girls are putting on so many toxic things on a day-to-day basis as far as Bath and Body Works and deodorant and body sprays and perfumes or whatever. We want to smell good, right?
Yeah.
And deodorant, the reason I got rid of deodorant 3 years ago was because I was reading so much on the link of aluminum in deodorant with breast cancer. So my husband and I just decided 3 years ago that we weren't going to take that risk anymore. And like I said, it's been a frustrating 3 years because it's been lots of oh man, I stink. And then having to go wash up when you're somewhere, totally inconvenient. But literally all the natural deodorants out there that I've tried from the co-ops or whatever, they just didn't work for me. I would sweat through them, or I would have to reapply constantly throughout the day. And so as a wedding photographer and shooting 11 hours coverage, that was, you can imagine what a pain in the butt that is. Probably the same as if I was like, Anna, you can no longer use antiperspirant, but you have to play a basketball game and you can't go wash up in between the game, right?
Too bad. That'd be bad.
Right. So that would be a really good defensive move.
Yeah, they stay away from me.
Yeah, right. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you kind of the containers that you could use. I like to just put mine in a glass jar, and it's just super easy, convenient. And then when I'm traveling, I just scoop out a little bit and put it in these nice little easy containers that I actually have on hand for chapsticks when we make, and you can see that in one of the videos that we did. But on wedding days, I just put some in this and throw it in my equipment bag. So we do have, you can buy these at the co-op, deodorant sticks, just empty ones. And so you can do this version too, just liquefy all the ingredients. We're not going to liquefy them here today. We're going to make more of a Play-Doh consistency, but you could liquefy the stuff and pour it in there. And I haven't tried it yet, so all I can say is I like the jar application, but I will try that, and I'll comment below on what I thought of it. Then the other recipe I'm going to show you is a really easy, fast, and it's more so for people that, let's say they don't really need antiperspirant, they're not big sweaters, or they don't stink. They don't stink, to put it bluntly, right? But this would be something that they can just put on for preventative, or if they start stinking randomly throughout the day, you could put it on. But it would be an application that you would want to probably frequently put on. So I haven't tested this one out. I felt like I needed something more powerful. So with the recipe I'm going to share with you, I literally, my husband too, we can put it on in the morning and not have to reapply it until we shower again. So like I said, I'm just so excited to share this with everybody. So please comment below once you've tried the recipe and let me know what you think, and share away. Definitely share with everybody you know so that we can help others get away from the commercial grade deodorants. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to have Anna mix up part of the ingredients, and then I'll mix up part of it, so you can kind of watch how it goes. But so you need 2 bowls because you want your dry ingredients in one and your wet ingredients in another. And this recipe really goes super fast. So, and I'm going to look at the recipe because I do so many DIYs that I forget. So we're going to watch it. But, and I'll list the recipe below so that you guys can all go ahead and try it at home too. So we're going to start out with, let's have you start out with the wet ingredients there. So shea butter, we're going to do 3 tablespoons. And this is kind of difficult because shea butter is really hard. So, I shouldn't say it's hard. It's like a lotion consistency, kind of. But so you're going to go ahead and use your finger to kind of scoop that out. Yeah, right? But lotion, so shea butter, you could also use cocoa butter if you wanted. I like shea butter because it doesn't really have a smell. Cocoa butter smells like chocolate. Yeah. So if you want your pits to smell like chocolate, I guess that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be a bad thing, right? But shea butter and cocoa butter are your moisturizers. So they're kind of like, you know, I use them a lot in lotions. And go ahead and scoop that out. And it doesn't have to be, you know, it's hard with the shea butter, but pretty close to 3 tablespoons. Your shea butter you can get at any local co-op or online. You can find it too. You just want to make sure you get 100% pure organic shea butter or cocoa butter. I think I said cocoa butter, but either one, like I said. Depends on if you want to, like the tendency of eating. Cocoa butter smells so good. You're just like, but like I said, I like shea butter is typically the one I have on hand because you can use your essential oils to smell, you know, add whatever scent you want. Okay, so then after that we're going to do cocoa or coconut oil. And you're going to do just 2 tablespoons of this. In your coconut oil, you want to get the unrefined, cold pressed. This is the kind I always have in my house for cooking. It's good for everything. It's actually got a natural SPF in it.
That's nice.
So you can use it for that too. Double bonus, right? Alright, so we got our 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And now I'm going to mix up the dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients that we have is 1 tablespoon of your baking soda. And the key here with this recipe is 1 tablespoon of baking soda. That's why it's for more of the sensitive skin, because it's not that much. And if you do more of the baking soda, that's where you can get skin irritation from it. So 1 tablespoon of the baking soda. And then we have arrowroot flour. And again, you can get all these ingredients at your local co-op or online. Arrowroot flour looks like this. That's in your baking section. And so the arrowroot flour or powder, we're going to do 6 tablespoons. That's a lot. That's what's going to help kind of absorb and keep your mixture together. Alright, so then we've got our arrowroot flour, we've got our baking soda, bentonite clay. So bentonite clay is, I actually buy it in bulk at the co-op, but you can buy it in a container kind of like this, a little plastic jar of it. But I buy it in bulk, like I said, so then it comes like this. So your bentonite clay, you're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. 1 and 2. Perfect. So now, Anna, what we're going to have you do is slowly kind of mix the wet ingredients together. we're going to use this mixer here, and you can use the low speed. It's going to be kind of, yeah, you're going to kind of want to mash it first. So what works best for this is if you have actually a hand, or you know those, what do you call them, KitchenAid mixers. Obviously I don't have one because that's on the to-do list. Get a KitchenAid mixer. But this is going to be, like I said before, like a Play-Doh consistency. So that's why we don't want it like super, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that looks about good. And so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to mix this powder ingredients up a little bit here. So that it's all mixed up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to slowly add this to your mixture. And the reason you don't want to just dump it in there right away is we would have this huge cloud of dust. So if you have that KitchenAid mixer, you would want to just slowly, while your mixer is going, go ahead and add that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this while you mix it up. Yes, can you see?
Yep.
Okay, and that looks good. So now that we've got that kind of mixed up, now we're going to do our essential oils. And this part, you can really kind of gauge it to like however stinky you are. Some people might want to put more in, some less. But otherwise too, however strong you want your deodorant to smell. Like you said that you liked how it smelled, how it was. Yeah. And I believe in the recipe that I gave you, I just did 10 and 10. So that's 10 drops of Purification and 10 drops of Lavender. So we'll go ahead and put those in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's your Purification. And then I'm going to add Lavender in there too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so what I like about the Purification is what is kind of like combating the odor. Mm-hmm. And then Lavender is just very soothing and gentle to the underarm area. So we're going to go ahead and mix that up. And Lavender smells really good. And you can kind of see it's like a Play-Doh consistency right now. Yep. So that's basically what's going under your arms. But it does, it absorbs, right?
Yeah, it works.
You go in with it thinking you're going to have this clump under your arm. And it doesn't stain black shirts either. Like you don't end up with a white residue. I don't know if you ever tested it with the black shirts, but you don't have that either. So we're just going to go ahead and scoop. And this fills up more than just this jar. So we'll have to do a couple jars here. But so another thing that's fun is my kid, so Ray, 7, he's into, like, he would want to put it on our deodorant sometimes. Like, oh, can I put some of that on? So this is like a way too that I like don't feel bad that he's putting it on. Where I'm like, oh, I don't want you to have all that crap under your skin. Now I'm like, yes, of course you can.
And he smells good all day.
And then he smells good all day, exactly. So this is my favorite recipe, that what we just did right here now. So now we'll go ahead and I will show you. And then you guys just keep this, it stays this consistency. Just keep it in a cool, dark place. I mean, in your closet, in your bathroom, or whatever. You just don't want it like sitting out in the sunlight. Mm-hmm. And so, okay, so now this other recipe that I'm going to just show you really quick is super easy. This is an empty Purification bottle. And all you're going to do is pop the top off. And you can just use your fingernails, pull that top off. And we're going to add, you want to add a carrier oil. So you could use vegetable oil or coconut oil or any of your kind of carrier oils in there. I'm going to use my V6 oil by Young Living. So I'm going to use this V6 oil by Young Living. It's their vegetable oil. And what you're going to do is you're going to fill this bottle up completely. Okay? And then once you get it full, then you can do oil of your choice, but Purification. And you can do this, again, according to however stinky you are. I always say either 20 to 50 drops. Okay. So 20 drops if you don't have that bad of a problem. If you're somebody with like, you know, a major problem, or like if you're already using clinical deodorant or something like that, for sure I would do the 50 drops. But I'm just going to go ahead with the Purification, and I'm going to do 20 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I did not have this on hand, but so Young Living has where you can buy a bag of like roller bottle tops. So the bag that I thought that I had, these are sample bottles, but you can also get a bag of roller tops. I think you get like 10 in a package or something. And how these work, you get the top and a cover. And so you're just going to replace the original cover that was on here. So you're going to go ahead and put your roller top on there. And then to get it securely on there is you put the black cover on and you crank till you hear like a click. And it's on there. So this is how you're going to use your deodorant. It's like a roller ball.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, right?
That sounds good.
So this is an easy deodorant too. Just you would have a wetter feel with this, of course, because it doesn't have like the arrowroot flour and the baking soda and stuff like that, which are your absorbents, but it would combat the smell that's going on. So
yeah, it smells good.
Kind of a nice thing to have on hand. Yeah. So there you have it. Look how much that recipe made. And this is the one that's the bomb. So I highly recommend trying it out, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment below. You can check out, if you want to purchase any of the Young Living products, you can check out my website, which is www.indieoildiva.com. So go ahead and check it out. Purchase any of the things that you need there. Comment with any questions. But message if you like this video and if you'd like to see more videos like this. And stay tuned for more to come. So thank you, Anna.